Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Markets traded generally lower after China data. China said recovery is under pressure. http ntvforex.com News ID A94823 7/16/2025 41:26 am. Asia Market Update. Markets traded generally lower after China data. China said recovery is under pressure. It is unclear if Trump will approve sanctions on China. Officials TWTR commented on hack. General trend. Markets in HK and Shanghai lag amid the data out of China. Decliners in Shanghai include IT, consumer discretionary and industrial costs. Kuiqiao drops over 6% in China. Semiconductor manufacturing. Biggest Chinese chipmaker rose by over 240% in Shanghai debut. Financials and tech firms trade generally lower in HK. Geely drops over 6%. Anta Sports drops over 5% in HK on guidance. Electric appliances and securities firms are among the decliners in Japan. Decliners in Australia include resource, energy, and financial costs. Taiwan Semi expected to report Q2 results later today. Indonesia Central Bank expected to cut rates by 25 bps. China's Commerce Ministry MOFCOM sometimes holds weekly news conferences on Thursday. Companies expected to report during the New York morning include Abbott Labs, Bank of America, J&J, Morgan Stanley, Charles Schwab. Headlines. Economic data. Australia New Zealand. ASX 200 opened flat. Australia June employment change to 10.8 kv100 ke unemployment rate 7.4% v 7.3% first jobs added since March. Increase in unemployment is largely the result of people moving back into the labour force. Victoria State reports record 317 coronavirus cases v 238 prior. Victoria reported to be considering Stage 4 virus lockdown. Update press. Australia PM Morrison announces a $2.0b job skilling plan. Expects to see impact of coronavirus job restrictions in July. Job data comments on Victoria State. NZ New Zealand Q2 CPI QQ 0.5% v 0.6% first decline since December 2015 YY 1.5% v 1.3% China Hong Kong. Hang Seng open 0.3%, Shanghai Composite open 0.2%. CN China Stats Bureau Luihua China economic recovery under pressure. Global economy faces great difficulties in restarting. CN China President Xi China fundamentals of economic growth will not change pledges reform, opening up China more letter to global CEOs. CN China Q2 GDP QQ 11.5% v 9.6% EYY 3.2% v 2.4% ECN China June industrial production YY 4.8% v 4.8% ECN China June fixed assets investment ex rural YTD YY 3.1% v 3.3% ECN China June retail sales YY 1.8% v 0.5% EYTD YY 11.4% v 11.2% ECN China June surveyed jobless rate 5.7% v 5.9% ECN China June property investment YTD YY 1.9% v 1.0% ECN China June new homes prices 0.6% v 0.5% prior YY 3.7% v 4.9% prior. CNUS reported to consider travel ban on China Communist Party, but Trump may ultimately reject possible travel ban. NYT. CN Press Trump reportedly leaning against U.S. sanctions on Chinese officials for the moment, tells aides he doesn't want to escalate tensions. Press. CN China PBOC sets yuan reference rate 6.9913 v 6.9982 prior strongest since March 12. CN China Bok open market operation OMO injects 50 billion Chinese yuan via 7-day reverse repos v skips reverse repos prior net injection 50 billion Chinese yuan. Shanghai Fosun Pharmaceutical 2196.HK receives China government approval to start coronavirus vaccine trial. CN China Film Administration to allow cinemas in low-risk areas to resume operations from July 20. Japan. Nikkei 225 open 0.2%. Sony Financial 8729.jp to be replaced in Nikkei 225 index by Japan Exchange. JP Tokyo reports GT280 coronavirus cases v 143 previous record was 243 cases press. JP Japan Chief Cabinet Secretary Suga Japan will address Go to Travel campaign after meeting with experts. Inbound tourism almost zero, very tough for some Japan regions. JP Japan online brokerage firms consider creating clearinghouse. Press.Korea. Kospi open 0.1%. KR Bank of Korea BOK leaves 7-day repo rate at 50 bps as expected. Bank of Korea Gov Lee economy weaker than expected. Recovery of exports may be delayed to meet tomorrow to decide setup of special purpose vehicle. Other Asia. Thailand Fin Min resigns effectively immediately, says there was no pressure to resign from post. Thailand Deputy PM Somkid resigns. North America. Twitter TWTR says it has detected coordinated social engineering attack. Comments on earlier reported hack. U.S. Treasury Secretary Mnuchin spoke with counterparts in Australia, UK, and Canada. Second of a series of regular calls among the countries. BZ Brazil Econ Mengudes discussing financial transaction tax. Europe. AstraZeneca AZN. UK's Telegraph. Oxford scientists may have a breakthrough on COVID-19 vaccine. Drug triggers response that may offer double defense against the virus. IMF Chief Georgieva factors such as job loss, bankruptcies, and restructurings could pose significant challenges to financial sector. Second coronavirus wave could cause further disruptions. Levels as of 1:20 ET. Nikkei 225, 0.9%, ASX 200 0.9%, Hang Seng 1.5%, Shanghai Composite 2.1%, Kospi 0.9%. Equity SAMP P500 Futures 0.5%, Nasdaq 100 0.8%, DAX 0.7%, FTSE 100 0.6%. 1.1418 euros, 1.1400 Japanese yen, 107.03, 106 Australian dollars and 83 cents, 0.7015, 0.6982 NZD, 0.6579, 0.6551. Gold flat at $1,813 ounce. Crude oil 0.8% at $40.89 BRL. Copper 1% at $2.8643 pound. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching.